welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2 of Coffee Chats with Mo and Bro. I'm Monique and this is my brother Brandon.
Hello everyone, good to be back.
We're the siblings behind Motion Fitness, where we created a platform for people all over the world to jump on board and better their lifestyle. They do this through our one-on-one coaching, nutrition plans, training programs, mindset coaching, and also our habit stacking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass you over to Brandon and he's going to let you know what we've got in store for you for Episode 2 today.
Cool, so this is part of our Debunking Myth series. So this is where we're just going to straight up hit you guys with facts, the actual info you need to know, and not get confused with everything else that's online. So we wanted to talk about a common question that we normally get asked, and that is, how can I kind of target certain areas of my body to lose fat, whether that be the love handles, the bat wings, or just the stubborn fat around your beer belly. And so we wanted to pretty much hit you guys with the actual answer to save you guys time in the gym and following diets that don't align with your goals, and just to help you guys understand what's really going on with your body and the physiology behind it. So first off, how have you ever encountered spot reduction, or have you ever felt the need to target certain parts of your body, and how have you dealt with it? What's your journey been?
Absolutely, I felt the need to target certain areas of our body. I think majority of us would have some sort of insecurities that we try and target. And I think with years ago, without having the knowledge that I have now, I used to try and spot reduce my tummy. And I would do this, I think, like a lot of people, through sit-ups and just really focusing on the core. And it's not until I've done all my studies and working with clients and everything that I've actually got the knowledge now to understand that you can't spot reduce fat. And that's it. There's just no way of doing it. The only way you're going to reduce your body fat percentage is by being in a calorie deficit. So eating less calories than what your body's expending throughout the day, you cannot spot reduce fat. Unfortunately, you can't just point to something and say, stop growing.
Yeah, unfortunately, if only it was that easy.
Stop, yeah, exactly. How have you found it? What's your journey been with spot reduction? Have you ever tried to lose anything?
Yeah, so like as I'll share with this research article, we're science-based. Like we're educated in this, so we're not going to just spiel bullshit to our followers, and it can't be done. And I learned that at a pretty young age when I went to uni, that spot reduction is a myth. You cannot target certain areas. I remember there used to be the Ab King Pro, where like you just get abs in 3 minutes a day or whatever. And this has brought on a culture where people think that they can just target certain areas, or target the back of your arms, or just love handles. You can't do it. So what's going on in your body is overall you've got too much of a high body fat percentage. So the only way to lean up is to get rid of your body fat. The way you're going to do that is have less calories, so eat less than what your body needs. If we can work off about a 500 calorie deficit per day over a week, that works out to be half a kilo to even a kilo of weight loss per week. You wouldn't want to be losing more than a kilo a week, because that is not going to be sustainable, beneficial. So because I've known this, I've never really focused on a certain area. There are obviously parts that I want to work on. Generally for dudes, it's around our waist sort of area. So that has been a part that I know can be a problem area. But I do understand, if I want to get rid of it, it's going to have to involve me eating better and exercising and having a high protein diet. So that's kind of been my journey, and yeah, it's always what I've focused on. In terms of you and working with your girls, how do you find their experience around spot reduction and targeting certain areas?
So when they come on board, we obviously run them through, just questions, because we get onto their plans from there and really personalize it to them. But I find a lot of women, like you said, the bat wings, that's kind of something that stands out for them, and they're always like, I want to lose this, I want to focus on this area. And it's just giving them the understanding that that's not something that can be done. What we need to do is reduce your body fat by putting less calories in your mouth, shall we say. So by doing a 500 calorie deficit and eating less than what our body's expending, to overall remove as much body fat as we can from our overall body, and then also focusing on high protein so that our muscles build while we're doing our weight training, and also increasing our muscle mass. So we want to lower our body fat percentage, increase our muscle mass, and it's just giving them the understanding of that's actually what you need to do, and then you're going to get the overall tone look rather than just focusing on one area anyway, because at the end of the day, you can't actually just target one area.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think the big lesson for the females is just to understand that spot reduction is just not a thing, like we say.
Mm-hmm.
What's it been like with males and anything that's kind of popped up with your journey with them?
Yeah, I think the simplest thing for guys to understand is you need a lot of protein.
Yeah.
We're talking at least 1.6 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. And I would even go as far as saying at least 2 grams.
Yeah. So same as
kilo.
females, you still need protein, maybe not the same amount as males, but protein is important for everyone, right?
Yeah. But I just feel, having done this for so many years now, when you work with dudes, you can really tell someone's body type by what they're eating. Okay, so I can have 2 guys at 90 kilos that look completely different at 90 kilos, and I know straight away kind of what they're eating. If you've got a high fat, high carb diet, you're going to have the skinny arms, you're going to have the beer belly, and you're not going to be looking good.
Yeah.
But if you have a high protein diet, you all of a sudden change. You get more of that athletic build, lean through your core, bigger upper board around your shoulders and arms. So that's why diet is so important. And in terms of getting rid of the beer belly, guys have beer bellies through, as I said, high carbs, high fats, but also the hormone. There's a hormonal imbalance. So there's estrogen, which is obviously more of a predominant female hormone, and there's testosterone, which is more for males. If you've got a poor diet, you're going to have more of a beer belly or even the man boobs. So this is why we need to prioritize protein, so we get rid of that look. You start looking like Superman, and that's ultimately what dudes want to hear and want to get to. So high protein, get rid of all the shit. If you can cut out alcohol, or at least eliminate it until maybe the weekends, but alcohol is not your friend. But that's going to be how you change your body type, and we get rid of the love handles and the beer belly. So that's kind of my experience with the dudes.
That's so upsetting to hear that it goes to man boobs, because some females out there, we try everything to grow out chest area, and you just can't do it, but you guys can just do it quite easy by the sounds of it.
But that's just a different body types.
That's just a different
woman, there's 100 different women's body types, whereas dudes, we're a little bit different, and that's probably why we expertise in our
fields.
So that's kind of where we're at with spot reduction. As I said at the start of this episode, each week we are going to be debunking a myth. This week it was on spot reduction and why you cannot spot reduce certain problem areas. So if anyone out there says you can, they are trying to sell you something and trying to make money off you, and it's complete bullshit. So don't fall for that trap. But it's been great having you guys back on board watching episode 2. We're going to debunk another myth next week. As usual, we'll share our handles in the description, plus on the screen here. Brandon Motion, Monique Motion. Thank you for watching episode 2.
Make sure to drop any questions that you have in the comment section as well, so we can always answer them in the following episodes. But thank you guys for episode 2, and we'll see you next week for episode 3.
Sweet.
I would cheers you, but you don't have your cup. Cheers.